Hey, Todd from toddburrier.com. Do you ever struggle with confidence? If you're real, you're probably going to say yes. I know that it was a huge issue for me. What lack of confidence cost me for a long time in my life was pretty significant. And I wouldn't go back and do anything different. I don't believe in the regret train. I think all of that, everything that happens in your life and everything you do puts you in the position you're in right now, which allows you to go forward. It allows you to empathize with people. It allows you to be better. I had so much problem with confidence, being someone with low self-esteem and being an introvert, which made me feel weird. It just caused me to fail at everything I tried because primarily I would quit or wouldn't try at all. And so, lack of confidence is self-doubt, right? And they're pretty much like a balance. The higher your confidence, the less self-doubt you have, right? And that's just the way it works. So what I'm going to give you in this video is 5 ways to improve your confidence. And it absolutely works. Take it from someone who, my entire life changed as a result of these 5 things. And I'm religious. I'm still religious about it because I'm not naturally a confident person. And so I have to work on this every day so that I can show up the right way and so that I can continue to persist in the things that I do. And so here's the first one. Remember that you have conquered the learning curve before. You see, whatever you're trying to do, typically difficulties in confidence come early in things, right? I mean, they can come later too as you go to new levels, because then you're getting into new turf, right? New territory that you're not familiar with, which brings up the old doubt portion. But you have to understand that your whole life has been a process of going through a learning curve. And so every time you did that, regardless of what it was, learning to ride a bike or ice skate or, learn a language or play a sport or do something in school or do something in business, whatever it was, when you started, you didn't know what you were doing. And so in your network marketing business, your home business is going to be the same. You don't know what you're doing, right? You want to do it, you see the fruit, but you don't really know what you're doing. Well, understand you've already done that. You've done it before. Not this specific thing, but you've demonstrated that when you persist through learning something, you learn it and become good at it. Think about driving your car. Heck, you can practically drive blindfolded. That's probably not a good thing to say, but you can drive without paying a whole lot of attention, right? I mean, why? Because you've mastered it. And so that is the way things go. So you have to remember that you have conquered the learning curve so many times in your life. That's evidence that whatever you decide to do, you can if you will just stay with it long enough. The second thing that you can do to help develop your confidence is purposefully do something uncomfortable every day. Now, granted, in building your home business, you're doing stuff uncomfortable every day typically, or you should be, because it takes a while just in the prospecting world to get remotely comfortable for most people. But I'm saying outside of it, think of other things every day that you do. Maybe you do things by habit, like drive a certain place a certain way all the time. Go a different way, do something different. But I would say more to the point, put yourself in situations that are uncomfortable for you, because doing it and getting through it, regardless of how it looks when you're going through it, regardless of whatever a mess it is, doing it and coming on the other side gives you a boost. It makes you feel better. And that boosts your confidence, boosts your belief in yourself. So that's the second one. The third is repetition in training and personal development. This is such a huge, huge point. And everyone you'll ever meet who's successful in the home business space has dedicated uncountable hours to personal development and to training. And that doesn't mean they're sitting in classes. It means they're reading books and they're listening to things and watching things that they then put into action. Repetition is the mother of skill. And the more skilled you become, just like in that learning curve, the more confident that you are. So something like my Blueprint Process training, which is an incredible training series. That is the most high-value training system that I know of. And you should listen to it over and over and over and over. You listen to the prospecting portion over and over and over. You listen to the story portion over and over and over. You listen to the mindset stuff over and over and over. And it'll make a huge, huge difference, because before you know it, by acting while you're also putting that into your mind, you suddenly become better faster. And the better you get, the more confident you're going to be. Not to mention the personal development stuff lifts you up as a human being, which makes you more effective, which makes you more confident. It's sort of like you have to start the fire and then you got to feed it, right? You got to feed it. And so the fourth is to take daily action. You got to take daily action. You can't do something, at one time I was a very good basketball player. I was a very good shooter. Why was I a very good shooter? Because I practiced shooting every day. I didn't go out and take a handful of shots on Saturday and expect to get better. I practiced every single day until I got really, really good at it. And so that's the same thing here. Daily when you're working on your business, even if it's just a little bit at a time, it's way better to work your business 20 minutes a day, 6 days a week, than to work it 120 minutes on Saturday, right? That's just the way it's got to be, because that's how you develop the skills. That's how you discipline yourself. That's how you replace bad habits with good ones. And that's how you start to make it fun. All of that lifts your confidence. And then the last one is huge. It was huge for me. Limit your exposure to negativity, right? Limit your exposure to negative people. Now, I know if you're in a workplace, you can't always control that, but you can control how you allow it to affect you, and you can minimize the amount that comes in outside of your workplace, right? So you can spend less time listening to negative talk radio, for example, or watching the news or something like that. Instead, put positive stuff in your mind. Do some reflection for yourself. It's so important. If there's a negative relationship in my life, I don't participate in it. I cut it off because it's too important that I take care of me so that I can take care of others than it is to let that come in and mess me up. And so hopefully that will be helpful for you. Those 5 things work. And that's one of the beautiful things about being in the network marketing industry, is that's a natural outcropping. Your confidence in your life will grow dramatically just through building your business. So I hope this was helpful. Feel free to share it with others. If you haven't gotten my 27 scripts that work, make sure you go to toddberry.com and put in your email and get your free download. That's an MP3. It's part of what you listen to. Listen to it over and over and over. It will really, really help you be effective in getting into conversations with people. So see you next time.